In Canada, nearly 750,000 people are living with some form of dementia. In the next 2 decades, that number is expected to double, having the potential to become the single greatest burden on our healthcare system. Dementia affects a person's ability to think, remember, and move, and eventually work, socialize, and be independent, as the brain becomes damaged from a loss of brain cells. Current treatments only improve symptoms for a short while and don't stop the diseases from progressing. What can we do now to alter these alarming trends? What we're doing is called the Ontario Neurodegenerative Disease Research Initiative, or ONDRI for short. ONDRI is a research program that's studying dementia as one common aspect among 5 neurodegenerative diseases: Alzheimer's disease and mild cognitive impairment, Parkinson's disease, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, also known as ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease, frontotemporal lobar degeneration, and vascular cognitive impairment. Instead of only studying what's unique about the diseases, we're also analyzing the interaction between the 5 diseases by looking for early indicators, commonalities, and distinguishing characteristics. We'll identify unique biological markers that will help with earlier diagnoses and make discoveries that could result in the development of novel treatments. This is the first study in Canada where researchers and clinicians, patient advocacy groups, and the industrial sector are collaborating to collect large amounts of data on neurodegenerative diseases. Patient advocacy groups and the industrial sector are being engaged early to ensure that patients' needs are put first and the commercialization of research outcomes becomes a priority as opposed to an afterthought. ONDRI's mandate is to ensure that the findings from the data collected are transformed into new diagnostic methods that will help detect diseases earlier, improved clinical practice that put patients first, and eventually new effective treatments that will slow the diseases from progressing or even prevent the disease so people can continue to enjoy the later years of their lives. More than 600 participants will be followed for up to 3 years and will participate in a series of assessments. Gait and balance show small changes in central nervous system health that can be related to changes in the brain. Genomics testing identifies genetic risk factors for earlier diagnoses. Eye tracking measures patterns in rapid eye movement that can provide early signs of thought impairment. Retinal nerve layer thickness measurements may indicate that a protein is building up in the brain, a condition related to neurodegenerative diseases. Neuropsychological evaluations analyze memory loss, inability to focus, and problems with mood and apathy that are symptoms of most diseases. Neuroimaging scans show how the structure of the brain changes as diseases progress. The data from participants will be placed into a database, and investigators will be able to analyze the data across 3 dimensions: assessment, disease, and time in endless combinations. For example, if we discover that all Parkinson's patients have specific eye movements before they start exhibiting other symptoms, we'll be able to tell doctors to look for the signs to help with prevention, diagnosis, and treatment. This study could revolutionize the way neurodegenerative diseases are diagnosed and treated, ultimately improving the quality of life for patients. Follow us at ondri.ca